What's up, brothers and sisters? Excuse me. This is your brother, G World 7 Space D. I have been gone for a while. I've been handling some little business here and there, family business. So I had to get things square in order. But my main thing is I want to do a little rant, and I particularly want to talk about Kaepernick and the Aretha Franklin funeral. There's several things that really caught my attention. And first off, to see these individuals burning Nike shoes because Nike is now going to use Colin Kaepernick as a sponsor for their product. Well, he has been with Nike, I want to say since 2011, if I'm correct. So they're going to use him as one of their main sponsors, and certain other black athletes, who have been addressing social issues, bringing up the topic about racism and police brutality. And you'll think that this country was always talks about the 1960s and the turmoil that happened during the 1960s and the riots and how America was wrong, how the peace people came together, the hippies came together to solve the problem. Everything in this country supposedly claim and wants to promote, they're the opposite. And see people burning shoes, man, that's insane, man. It really is. But it tells you how sick these individuals are. And you hear them talk about, well, you don't want to stand up for the flag? Excuse me. Yeah. And the national anthem? The national anthem written by a man who owned around 20 slaves. And he wanted free blacks who weren't from Africa sent back to Africa. Why the hell we singing an anthem like that? Why the hell we singing an anthem written by a man who wanted free blacks to go back to Africa? man, hell no, man. That just tells you, man, that these white folks are sick in this country, man. And we talk about mental illness in the black community. I think a large number of Caucasian Americans, man, or Caucasians in general globally, have a sick, deep sense of mental illness, man. They are really sick. They truly are a sick people, man. Sick in nature. They, deep down inside, they have a fear of us. Because they fear that they wake that sleeping giant up, that we'll do to them what they've done to us all these years. That we'll do the ultimate payback. That they really fear that. Most black people not really thinking about them that way, but they really fear that. Because they know they've done wrong. They fear that. That's why they're always in our business. They're always trying to take Caribbean blacks and Spanish-speaking blacks and Portuguese-speaking blacks and English-speaking blacks and separate us. Blacks over in Africa, blacks over the Pacific, blacks in Australia. Not only want to separate us, but make us into various different sub-races. Because they always want to keep an eye on us because they know that we're more than damn 13%. And I'm so tired of some of these Negro blacks keep saying we only 13%. Stop saying that mess. You're throwing out there basic stupid numbers. We're way more than 13%. If we were just 13%, they wouldn't care about us. They know we're more than 13%, so they want to take different parts. They want to take black people like Cardi B and say she's not black. And some of you dumb Negroes trying to say she's not black, well, she is black. And then they want to take a black person from the Caribbean, a black person from Great Britain, a black person from here, a black person from Canada, a black person from Australia, a black person from Brazil, a black person from Dominican Republic, and make us into different races. They know that we're way more than 13% in this damn country. They know that, man. Man, I've traveled throughout the South, and I know the massive number of black people in some of them states, man. They're lying. But in order to keep you in control, they must try to they must have every single method to try to basically break you apart and subcategorize you and to mainly have you fighting amongst yourselves, hating yourselves, man. And that's really sick, man. But this is true with these people. These people are paranoid, man. They're crazy. They know they've done wrong, and they know their time is coming. They know their time is coming, man. And I'm laughing because these individuals are sick. And it's really sad, man. And I commend Brother Kaepernick, but some of these other athletes need to start standing up, man. And I get to the point now, if they don't want to speak out on our issues, man, don't support them. Don't support any apparel that they have. And when they get in trouble, they ignore them, man. You on your own. You know? So I feel that as black people, we need to be. Yeah, I hear other brothers and sisters talk about being cold. We obviously we're not the same like that, but we need to understand as black people that no one likes us. Now you can sit there and say, "Well, I'm Nigerian American, I'm Ghanaian American." In the eyes of white folks, you a nigga. Period. I don't give a damn who you are. You just an exotic nigga. And really, they don't really like your ass because they really don't want your ass here because they feel that you taking away jobs from them and you nothing but another damn foreigner. So you in the same boat. But our people really need to wake up, man. You know. And then also I want to say regarding the Aretha Franklin situation. You know, I'm hearing a lot of stupid, ignorant, racist white liberals running mouths about Brother Minister Farrakhan attending Aretha Franklin's funeral. Here's a brother who was part of the movement back in the 50s and 60s. You know, and these devils, many of them weren't even born, or many of them didn't like King back in the 60s, but all of a sudden they want to rewrite history, or didn't like, actually wasn't even in support of the black liberation movement in the 60s. All of a sudden now want to speak on the issues and say what's best for the black community. Look, Aretha Franklin comes from the black community. You know, it's the black church. I'm not a Christian, nothing like that, but she comes from the black church, the movement, the music, the feel. That's soul music. You know, black folks were supporting her before white folks started supporting her, and they were supporting her after white folks really loved her during her heyday. So for them to sit up there and say, why a black man attending the black sister's funeral who he had great respect for and she had great respect for him is insane, man. But that just tells you the devil nature and the control mindset a lot of Caucasian people, man. They still, even though we're not physically enslaved in slavery now, it's still more of that mental aspect of slavery, how white folks feel that they can control or they know what's right for us on what we can and cannot do. It's sort of like this. They still want to have that master and slave mentality here in 2018. and you hear that, which when you hear them talking about how Farrakhan should not have been at Aretha Franklin's funeral, then you hear people talking about Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. Jesse and Farrakhan were part of the movement. How dare you? How dare your devil ass will get there and say ignorant things about these brothers who basically put their life on the line since the 1950s. How dare you? How dare you? You're not black. And that's very arrogant for you to come inside of and come inside to another group setting and tell them what they can not do, what they can and cannot do. Man, that sounds like a slave master, man. And that's no different from 1858 or 1718 to here in 2018. It's no difference. That is a plantation, white supremacist, bigoted mindset. And I hate to use the term white supremacist because you white folks not supreme on anything, but you have this arrogant mindset. You very ignorant and you arrogant, man. How dare you do that? How dare you sit there and say that man could not attend that black woman's funeral? And you same people, you same white folks say you love Martin Luther King, man. But when that civil rights bill was signed in '64, most white folks couldn't stand the man. Now all of a sudden you rewriting history, claiming that you love the man. Man, it's sick, man. How dare you? Your arrogance, man. We should be able to listen. If you want to sit there and say Farrakhan couldn't be there, well then, and he should not be there. And then in some instances, MSNBC, so-called liberals, I want to say ABC, sort of cut Farrakhan's picture out when he had the picture of Farrakhan, Jackson, Sharpton, and Clinton. Farrakhan was cut out the picture. And I'm saying, wait a minute, man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Farrakhan never owned no damn slaves. Like George Washington. Like Francis Scott Key. Which is the national anthem. Which the man told free blacks to go back to Africa. He wanted free blacks to go back to Africa. He never owned no goddamn slaves. He never bombed a whole white town. You know, you had a whole black town that was bombed. Well, basically, you seen planes flying over and dropping bombs on Black Wall Street, Greenwood, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Planes were flying over, dropping little, I should say bombs, or not necessarily bombs, but they were dropping, I think they were dropping stuff on the town. And then you had what happened to Rosewood, which was destroyed. Wilmington, North Carolina. You know, white folks have done some devilish and dirty things, man. And then you got the nerve to sit there and talk about Farrakhan and say he teaches hate. Yeah, in this country, the school system doesn't want to talk about that. We even teach that in the schools. You want to keep that in hush-hush. But then you turn around talk and you want to demonize Louis Farrakhan. He's always said, prove him wrong. And you can never prove the brother wrong. But you want to demonize him. And for ABC to do that, man, they just showing their true racism. ABC is owned by Disney. Disney owns ESPN. ESPN has people like Michelle Beadle, who should have been fired from ESPN from going on Twitter, or I believe it's Twitter, attacking Stephen A. Smith for what he made the comment regarding the Ray Rice situation a few years ago. She should have been fired for her going on a public account attacking another employee. But you sit up there, you didn't do nothing to her, but you suspended Stephen A. Smith. But now with Jamel Hill, old coon butt, you let her go because she was making statements about Donald Trump. Come on. And this is the same ABC who want to attack Louis Farrakhan. Now they talking about, well, ESPN is saying that they're not going to show players, they're not going to show the national anthem, players kneeling and stuff. I'm saying, wait a minute now. They don't want to get into politics. That's funny. You have the Arthur Ashe Award in your ESPYs, and then you give the award to Bruce Jenner or Caitlyn Jenner, whatever this fool calls himself now. You give the award to a man who dresses up as a woman. You give the Arthur Ashe Award to a transsexual. And you said you don't want to fool with politics? That ESPN doesn't want to go with politics? You don't want to show the national anthem because you don't want to deal with politics? You're dealing with politics there when you had the Arthur Ashe Award, a brother who stood for something, and you give it to a transsexual, talking about he's brave and courage for doing what he's doing. No, the man is just a transsexual. What's that song? Diana Ross. I'm coming up. The song should say, I'm coming out. That's all he's doing. I'm gonna let you know I'm a fruit you see. That's all it is. So please, ESPN now they don't want to talk about politics. But yet, you have an award of Arthur Ashe Award and you give it to a transsexual, and then now with the national anthem, you're not going to show it because you say you don't want to deal with politics. No, okay, whatever. See, as black people, and this is a rant, so I'm taking this many different points. As black people, we need to understand we have no friends. I said this in my other postings. We have no friends. And I'm really tired of these Negro blacks, particularly with conservative blacks we know are coons, but these Negro liberal blacks who continue to try to always talk about working with other people and bringing other people in. They do not like you, man. They do not like you. So you clowns got to stop that, man. And I think we as black people got to nip that in the bud, man. These Negroes continue to do that, and it's sickening. the liberal Negro continue to do that. And I notice within the black community, we have fallen asleep with the Clinton presidency and the Obama presidential period. Both of those presidents put black folks to sleep. And it seems like we go to sleep during the Democrats. We feel that the Democrats are our friend. Democrats have taken advantage of the black vote. And recently they apologized, supposedly, say they have taken advantage of the black vote. I don't accept your apology. I don't think we need to be voting for the Democratic Party any longer. We just need to be voting for individual candidates who meet our individual interests. You know, our interests collectively as a people. Because we don't need to be voting for a particular party, be loyal to any party. White liberals are not our friends. They continue to show it. They continue to show their bigotry. They continue to show their hatred towards us, and it's done a different way. They're definitely not our friends. They want to promote a lifestyle that most black people do not agree with. They consider it's foreign to black people, and black people just don't agree with. They don't like. They don't necessarily agree with. But liberals want to promote that down our throat, man. I'm telling you, man. We need to totally break away and do our own thing. But you always want to have some Negro. We can't do that. We live in America. We need to be. You gotta shut up. Shut up. So, as long as you continue to have people or to have the concept of thinking that other people care about you, they don't. Because if they did, they'll be out there speaking out against the police brutality is happening, the unfair treatment through the judicial system, the sentencings that black folks have, you know, with the drug sentencings that's been going over the years, and other things. It's just flat out racism. And yet, you get these clowns like the Clay Travises of the world, who's an idiot, man. And I'm glad they took his butt off of college football on Fox. The guy's an idiot. He's on Fox Sports Radio, which is sort of separate from the television aspect, but he's an idiot. But you know, they had these other idiots like Terry Bradshaw, who does the NFL. You know, he's an idiot. You know, they got rid of Dan Marino on CBS when they get rid of him on Fox. You know, you continue to have these ignorant white supremacists, bigots on television, like Christina Collinsworth, Al Michaels. All these guys are racist bigots, man. You know, you hear it when they commentate games, man. These clowns can't stand black people, but yet there's some of us black people continue to look for the good white person, the good white liberal who's going to actually stand up for us and speak for our interests. And it's not happening, man. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. And I really wish our people understand that, man. But I'm coming to the conclusion that we're just going to have to let some Negroes go. You know, I just ran across something about Madame Noir talking about black women should be loyal to black men. They feel pressure just to date within their race. Now, those are a bunch of bad wenches, man. Madame Noir is a bunch of bad wenches, man. They all they do is talk negative about black people, particularly black men. And during this time, we don't need that. They're traitors, man. Point blank. They don't speak anything for the black community. And I think we just need to basically ostracize anything they have to say or do with the black community, because magazines like that are no good, man. That's part of our problem, man. We're catching hell by these white folks, but then in the same token, if some of us still want to mix with them or be with them, that's sick, man. All you doing is diluting your genes, man, when you do stuff like that. And you basically keeping their ass around. Because these people are killing themselves off of opioids, man. and to me, they naturally just going away. Let them go away naturally. They know their population is not growing, so they need to mate with somebody. And when they promote the interracial marriage and stuff, that's the way of diluting you. They want to take you, have babies by you, have these little lighter skinned babies, and hopefully those kids marry white themselves. And that's the way of bleaching you out over so many generations. That's what was tried in Latin America, particularly Brazil and Argentina. It was actually tried in Jamaica too, and Cuba. It failed in Jamaica, but it failed in Brazil for the most part. It tried in Cuba. They did that stuff in Puerto Rico, bringing in white population to lighten up the black population that was already there. So these people have done so many devilish things, man. And for us to continue to want to when their approval, hopefully they'll change. It's not going to change. Like I said with the Aretha Franklin funeral, Farrakhan had every right to be there, man. Every right to be there. And for these dumb white liberals to sit there and complain, man, about the brother being there who was part of the movement, for them to complain, man, it just shows you how ignorant and degenerate and savage they really are, man. They're from the cave, man. And these people are no good. For them to do that, for them to interfere in another group's business, particularly a group that their ancestors have oppressed and which they continue to oppress, you would think that if they are so different from their ancestors that they would try to right the wrong. No, hell no, man. These people have not changed and they will not change, man. And I'm telling this to black people, wake the hell up, man. You have no friends. You have no friends, period. You have no friends. All right, so, man, it's really sad, man. And like I said, I haven't been on for a while. But I just had to come on and talk about that because that was really on my mind. I know I went a little off a little bit, but I had to do this, man. It's just really, really irking me how we as a people still don't get it, man. We have no friends. We have no allies, man. All we have are ourselves. We catching hell globally, man. And we continue try to seek approval or acceptance from these other people. They do not like us, man. And it wasn't just straight up Caucasians who was attacking the fact that Farrakhan was at Aretha Franklin's funeral. It's these so-called Arabs. It's these Caucasian Jews, white. It's these so-called Latinos and Asians. All of them attacking the fact that their brothers there, man. So we had no friends, man. We're on our own. And, you know, it's a good thing, because when we were on our own, we were at our best. And all these clowns, they don't want us to separate because they want to know what we think and what we're saying, what we're planning. They want to steal the latest technology or the latest dance move or the musical style. These people are thieves, man. That's all. They just thieves. Man. But we as black folks got to realize that what they are, man. They're not indigenous to anywhere. They're nothing but wandering, barbarian, lying devils. And like the great Elijah Muhammad said, man, you know, they're devils, man. Period. Because only a devil will do would sit up there and, first of all, if you're a real Aretha Franklin fan and you really love Aretha Franklin, then you know that what happened in the 60s and early 70s with the Black Power movement and all that stuff, a lot of black artists met up with each other, collaborated with one another, spoke to each other about what was going on during those times. How dare you critique the funeral and talk about Louis Farrakhan there? The main thing, you should have just been praising Aretha Franklin. But instead, you want to attack Farrakhan for being there. Right there tells me you're not a real fan, you're a fraud. And that's all you devils are fraud. You know, everything, our artists are our artists, man. They get big, you know, you end up liking them, fine. But they're still ours. Aretha Franklin is ours. She comes from the black community, the black church. She's ours. Michael Jackson, he's ours. Prince is ours. All right? They learn their craft within the black community. They learn they skill in the black community. They didn't learn it from you. You've done nothing but help to exploit and steal from a culture that is not yours. And really, you had nothing to do with its creation and with its flourishing. All you just do is help destroy it. So this is your brother G World 7 Space D. Haven't been up for a while. I'm back. I'm going to say over and out. Peace.